So this is Mappa Imperium. It is typically a print and play thing. You can also get a PDF and play it on your screen, like I'm doing here. I'm using Wonderdraft, which is this fantastic map making software, like fantasy map making software. I'm using it for my paper, but you can use pen, which is sort of the idea of this. But this is over on itch.io. It's free. You download it if that's just, you don't have to tip me. Just hit no thanks, take me to downloads. Mappa Imperium, made by me a few years ago, a couple years ago, 3 years ago. And what you do is you kind of go through these steps, and you can do this cooperatively. You can do it solo. I'm doing it solo today, but you can cooperatively make a game, make a map, not a game, make a map. And this sort of fantasy map. And by the end of this, you've got like this whole like world story and everything that kind of goes along with it, starting from the basics. Start from like the basics and the founding cities, and then sort of expanding your way out. And I finally, it took me a long time, like way too long, to finally put in a print-friendly version. So I finally added that into here. So if you want the print-friendly version, there it is. And we're going to try it out today. So let's do some Mappa Imperium. It's been a while. And we're going to make a map. So I got my rules over here that will follow along. And basically this is all set up in a PDF. And it'll kind of make you take your way through the PDF, through the rules, and you kind of work your way down. I got a dice roller here, thanks to Google, and a map over this way. So we start out, it's all with dice. And so we're going to come in here to, there's my basics, but I just basically just said that multiplayer, if you want to split your page in half, or in thirds, or in fourths. I did this with my D&D campaign, I guess it's a couple years ago. And there is 5 of us, and so we broke it up into 5 different sections. And is there 6 of us? And we broke it up in these different sections, so we each had our own quadrant of the map, and it sort of all comes together with all these different empires and factions and things and goblin places and stuff like that. So anyway, so we start out in the Age of Creation, where you're making the world, and you go into the making the gods, and then the foundations, and then you kind of work your way up to as each era goes on, the game and the world becomes more complicated. We'll do a short one today. So we get 3 rolls per era, 4 rolls in the 5th era, and 3 rolls in the 6th era. And we'll work our way through it. So first off, the most important part of this is you got to have some music. And so we're going to play some appropriate music. If I can find it. I can never find it. Age of Empires. There it is. Oh yeah, Sid Meier's Colonization. It's just not a long enough soundtrack. That would be a good one. It's just not a long. It's got a lot of like little short songs. I can never find this soundtrack. I have it downloaded, or I have the soundtrack. This will work. Here we go. There. How's that sound? Okay. Little Age of Empires in the background. All right. So start out in the Age of Creation. What you do is you got to take your quadrant, because I am solo. I am just one quadrant. You could, if you want to, you could break it up into 3 different ones, and do that. But we're gonna go with one. I'm gonna roll on my chart to see what I've got. Do I have one large continent or an archipelago? We are rolling 1d6. I can push the button. And we roll a 4, which gives us 2 medium islands. So let's go something like that. Think you know the dev to this game, eh? Yeah, you think so? We'll do like island here, island here. Seems reasonable. I love Wonderdraft. This is my favorite. So we're adding some bumpiness too. Bumpiness. And we'll give it kind of like a, I don't know, like 2 islands that have been pulled apart. We'll add all of our like our geography, all of our features, like there's volcanoes and swamps and all that stuff will come in here as well. And we should have a neat story. Hopefully, if all goes well, we'll have a neat story by the end of this. There we go. 2 medium islands. Okay. And then there's also, you can do an alternate Pangea roll, whatever. Geography. So we're going to roll 2 6-sided dice. We're going to do this 8 times, and we'll see what we get. Whoops. Roll those. So we got a 6. 6 gives us a river. And so we're going to put this basically wherever we want. In these 2 spots. So we'll do 4 on the left and 4 on the right or something. So we'll start out with a river, which will kind of go, if I can, like that, and kind of work our way. Oh, you know what? Actually, Control Z? Yeah. Let's go into like this. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to start down here. We're going to work our way into this delta kind of thing. Kind of weasel our way into there. Weaseling is the technical term to what rivers do. There we go. Kind of delta it over there. Next, we've got this is like there's gonna be a small river. That's the big river. 5. We got a lake. So we will just take my other tool that I had here, and we'll just shrink some of this down. We can make a lake attached to this, like that, kind of attached to the. Well, it wouldn't be like that, would it? Yeah, that would work. So it like gets fed from like mountains or something over here, and then it big lake. And then it goes out to the ocean. That works. There we go. There's our big lake. Okay, next. That's 2. 3 is another river. Okay, so you know what? Maybe we'll put a river on the other side too. Yeah, that's big inland sea is what that one is more like. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do a river like that. That's good. Nice big river on that side, too. Doesn't want to feel left out. Number 4, we have 8, which gives us some mountains. We know where the mountains are going to be. They're going to be coming along this edge over here. So let's get some symbols and some mountains. And where are they at? There we are. So let's choose our mountains. Let's get some, like, this is a fantasy land. Let's get some nice, you know, big old mountains. Zoom in a little bit. Something like over here. I forget how to shrink it. There's Alt. We'll have sort of a spine on this ridge here. This is where where the river begins, and this spring. It's kind of green, isn't it? Change that color. Put a couple big ones in here. There we go. There's our mountain range. We'll come in later on and we can name these things, but for now we'll just that's it. Now for the bravery test. That's right. This is number 5. Which is exactly a 5, which will put a lake in here. This does have like a water tool, like a lake tool, I should say. Lake. We're just gonna put in like a lake there. There you go. There's your lake. Get this out of here. Number 6. I thought it was gonna be 6 again. Another lake. You know what? Let's do another lake. Let's do a. We could do a lake like here. Like a big lake. There we go. I don't really like the green. So maybe I should do, I'm gonna do this instead. I can change that color through WonderDraft, but this is just easier. There we go. So we got a couple lakes. It's a very broken up land. This is number 7, right? 7. We got 2 more. 7. That's 7 for a forest. Finally, we got some trees in here. So let's get some trees, and we will do. Let's do like something along the river here, like some of these I've picked up later on. They're not the default ones. I'll do something like these little guys here, like these little guys, and we want them small, and we'll just sort of like toss them like this all along here. Big forest. We can do a spray brush. Not that big. Yeah. I'll push the right buttons here in a second. There we go. There's a big forest. There we go. There is our forest. And we got one more. One more. Make it a good one. 6. How about another river? Okay. You know, I'm gonna change. I'm vetoing that one. Got enough rivers in here. Oh, wetlands. Okay, that we can do. Let's do a wetlands like, oh, mountains, and then we can do it like around this river here. Like this whole area can be kind of a wetlands. And if we want to like emphasize that wetlands, we can do a little bit of painting. And so that's what we'll do now. So we're down. That's our 8. Take a moment to touch up, fill any gaps, add tiny islands, small groves of trees, minor lakes, rivers, glaciers. That's what it says, where you can't see because I'm right there. Can you see where I'm clicking? Right there. So we will add in a little bit of color and do like a little bit of, let me take a little bit of that out. A little swampiness. And let me get like a little bit. Something like that. I'm making sure it's not very. Just to kind of give a little color on this thing. Green around the lakes. Around the river. There we go. Yeah, around the delta. That's a nice, fertile land over there. Okay. There we go. So that's something. Let's see, what did we not get? We didn't get like a desert. We only got one mountain range. I'm gonna add a couple little things in here just to sort of like give it a little extra things, you know. We'll add in a few small hills if I can, and we're just gonna throw these in like, not like that. This is called Wonder Draft. Let's do like a little bit of mountains. Oh yeah. I want you to not. I forget how to tell it to not take the color. I should not done my colors yet. Okay, we won't put one there. No, not on Steam. It is so a lot of these. This is one of the reasons is my favorites. A lot of these map programs, like they like make you do like a subscription. I really don't like subscriptions, especially for something like this. And this one doesn't have a subscription. It's just a flat thing. And so like once you buy it, it's all there, and everything's, and then all these you can easily find other assets along the way. Yeah, I love this Wonder Draft. I kind of lost my train of thought there. I'm building mountains. Oh yeah, humble. Yeah, you get through humble also. That's right. Okay, so that's just a little bit of something. We can add like a desert or whatever. That's good. That's acceptable. Well, I say that. So I'm gonna add a couple more little trees, just to get a little bit of something extra. I keep hitting the wrong button. Alt gets me a little bigger. There we go. So a little bit of trees around here. Do a little tree spot this way, like that. Maybe a little bit of trees bumping in here. And we'll, like, we'll probably add things in as we play, too. There we go. Okay. There is our place. All right, so that's era 1. No, that's not era 1. So now, we're going to take, we have resources and special sites. 1.4. So I'm going through that. 1.1, make the lands. 1.2 was the geography, which we just did there. 1.3, we touched up. We added a few little things to make it look pretty. And then 1.4, take turns placing 2 different resources or special locations into our home region, which is our square here. And I don't have like an easy helpful thing, but these are like places of power, or like a example would be like maybe a monument of some kind, or some sort of a godly worship place. You know, like I have mana fountains, mithril snails, and flying cats as my examples. So what we'll do is somebody give me an idea. The robot wants a cactus. what that means. A beach with sand that glows when compressed lightly. Oh, like those bioluminescent things. That's cool stuff. So let's go add in a symbol. And I don't know if we can have any. Maybe we have some sparklies. Sparklies. I'm not sure where we can get sparklies. I could do I'll get that. I'll get you that dad joke in a second. Like this, maybe this beach right here. I'm putting a path in there to kind of color it up. It's not really a beach, is it? That's a big area. But that whole area is going to be like you step on the sand and then it like glows blue. Oh man, that's fancy. We want a label. What are we gonna call it? Scold, you came up with it. You gotta give me a name now. What do I use for this? Let's do outline black, and then this will do that color. PDF on the side from WonderDraft. No, that's Mappa Imperium. That's my game. The shine sand. So I'm not calling it, but I can't even say it. Oh man. I was walking. That reminds me. I was walking today, and got me thinking about my twin brother, and I haven't seen him since I left Australia. We were separated at Perth. Shine sand shore. That's perfect. Okay, fine. Let's go with like that's no good. That's no good. I think there's a good one here in Fred no. Italic. That's okay. That's very Lord of the Rings like. I like it. Let's give it we can give it a little curve if we want. We can shrink it a bit. Let's do like a 24. Maybe like a 20. We'll stick it like right on there. Look at that shine sand. All right. Done. Okay, so let's go and that's one. We got another one. We got one on this side over here. So maybe something lives in the lake, something lives in the mountains. Magical riverhead with healing properties. Okay, so like this river over here. Great. We want a symbol, a label here. We're going to call this a magical riverhead with healing properties. The what happens there? You go over there and the water at where the source of this is like it's like jello. And sometimes it spills out, and once it leaves its source, then it turns into water and it flows away. But when it's at its source, it's this gelatinous, watery stuff. So we're gonna call it I'm not gonna call it jello. We'll call it the I don't know. That doesn't give me a name. The slime water spring. There you go. Right there. We're gonna give it a little spot. And you know what? It's gonna be green because it's kind of weird. Oops. I didn't mean to do that, but actually, I kind of like that. That was an accident, but I kind of like that. So, I'm content with that. Slime water spring is big. Right there. Thank you for the annoying save announcement. Okay, so there's Slime Water Spring. There is Shine Sand Shore. There's our two resources. So when you play this normally, this would be my square, and then my buddy would be over here next to me on a separate, on the same piece of paper on the side, or maybe on his own piece of paper, making his own map, and then we can have our world combined later on. But for now, that's how Mappa Imperium works. Okay, so now we're in the Age of Myth. This is where we make our gods. So we've got the gods have created the world. This is it. Who are they? How many gods do we have living in this world? We have 4. We have 3 gods. Now, roll 4, 3 gods. Let's see who god number 1 is. What is the domain of god number 1? It is an art or a craft. Knowledge, jewelry, smithing. I think maybe like jewelry, because that shine, sand, shore goes well with this god who's going to hang out over there. That's who made that. So we have the god of jewelry, god or goddess, and then we're going to pick a symbol for them, which is going to be a body part. Skull, an eye. You can't see this, can you? Skull, an eye, a heart, a tooth, a claw. I did. Oh, I did do that wrong, didn't I? Endeavor. Did I do 4? And I didn't. Oh, I did that wrong. What was I looking at? I looked at 3. Endeavor. So, war, travel, hunt, harvest. Okay, we'll say harvest then. Harvest. Maybe the shimmeringness of the sand is mushrooms, and so they're harvesting those mushrooms. The endeavor is harvest. The god of harvest. And the harvest is going to be the nose of a pig. Because pig nose, mushrooms, the pig nose. So we could be drawing this thing and like making a symbol. We're just remembering it this today. Because I don't have a really good drawing tool. I guess I can like make one. Sort of. Like that. And we can put like a little picture in there. I'm not going to have a pig nose. But we can put in that guy. How do I move this over? So I'm trying to make it so it fits on the screen a little better. There we go. There's our goddess or god of harvest with his little pig nose. Because he pigs those mushrooms. And what's the name of this god? You may be asking. Well, let's roll a name and see what we get. We're going to roll 2 dice. So we got a 6 and a 6. We got Eladrin. I like it. What was it? Needs an apostrophe. Eladrin. Truffalo, the god of harvests. Eladrin is the is that a boy or a girl name? Eladrin. That's a girl name. The goddess of the harvest. It's kind of weird. There we go. Of harvest. I'm trying to save myself from having to move things around too much. There we go. We can make these like blue. Known to friends as Aha. Excellent. Okay, god number 2. That's it, right? We didn't do the sacred site. Right. So our sacred site is going to be... I need to roll 2d6 for this one. 2d6. There's your examples of how you can do your gods there. Which is a 5, which is a rock tower. So we're going to put a little rock tower in there. I think I got a good symbol for that, actually. Let's see if I can find one of those. I want... let's just go to all here. I think there's a good rock thing. There's a tower. I'd like to have, like, that's pretty good. Can I zoom in? I'm having troubles with this. Sometimes I have troubles with it. Come on, come on. Oh, it's symbol size. No, I don't want that. There we go. Okay, so we'll have it like... it's a tower made from shine sand blocks, so it's always glowing. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, so we'll put a little symbol above it so we know what we're looking at. We know it's something important. We'll put that on there. We can make it like blue. And then small. Boink. There we go. There we go. There is our rock, shine, stone, shine, sand, shore, rock, shine, sand, shore, spire. Okay. We'll do one more god. I know we had 3, but we'll do one more. We need a god for this side of the world. We've got something grim. So, okay, the good guys are over there. The bad guys are over here in Slime Water Spring. These are going to be something grim, which would be death, cannibalism, nightmares, underworld. Let's see what their symbol is first, and maybe that'll help that out. Symbol is going to be something natural, like lightning, fire, a comet. I think comet and night, the god of night. Makes sense. If she's got the light, the glowing sand, and this guy's got the dark, comet, darkness, comet, that kind of stuff. What's this fella's name? We'll do 2, 1. Triremia. Long name. Triremia Va. Triremia Va. Excellent. Excellent. I can't think of a better god name. I'm gonna have to look at this. Print this out. Okay. So it's Triremia dash Va. There we go. Oh, and you know what? He gets a red name because he's a bad guy. There we go. Interesting. The healing water is in the Badlands. Yeah, that's right. Gonna make the same size. A little tricky messing with this. Okay, and then this is like a comet. That was his symbol, right? Was a comet. So, or something darkness. Oh, what is he the god of? He's the god of night. God of night. Oops. As much as I love Wonderdraft, it's a little finicky at times. A god. Is that a boy? Triremia. We're gonna go double goddess. So I'm gonna change her. I realize I have harvest is what I got. Hunt, harvest. We could have another one. Would be the light. Should we change her to light? We'll leave her as harvest, but she can also be light. She can be a couple things. Okay, so there is that lady, and her site is going to be an 11, which is a hinge, which is going to be something like Stonehenge, you know, a ring of rocks. And there is a good hinge symbol in here somewhere. The rocks. There it is. Okay, so we're going to have like a little hinge here. And we'll put this one. This is going to be in the mountains. We'll put it up like right in here. Like that. We probably need to note that one. I stuck a... Let's just do like a diamond on this one. A red diamond. Okay, so that's his spot over there. Okay, so there we go. So there's our world so far. We've got the gods. We know who made the place. Harvest makes the plants and all that. Night does night things. And then we got... That's done. Those are 2 gods. We're supposed to have a 3rd one. We're just doing 2 for now. Okay, so now we're in, like, world things. So the lands have been drawn. All the wandering clans of the world are starting to come together and form some settlements. So each player basically makes one prime faction. And... I didn't get a symbol that day. Each player makes one prime faction, and so we're going to each do that. I'm going to put... Your symbol can be this. Why isn't this working? Come on, come on. There we go. There's our knight. Put a tree in there maybe to get like a little bit of a weirdness. Yeah. It's hard to see what it is anyway. Okay. So anyway, now we're on the next era, which is era 3, which is where things get exciting. And we switch over to start playing, basically playing the game. We've got the world built, now we're playing things. And we will go, I might need to do 2 since I got 2 islands, but we'll do 1, we'll see what happens. We're going to choose who the prime faction is. We're going to roll 2d6 and see what we get. We're getting 9, which is greenskins. We get orcs, goblins, or hobgoblins as our main people. Greenskinned. We want goblins. Goblins? The Great Goblin Empire or orcs? Let's do orcs. Good old-fashioned orc empire thing. Oops. Come on. I should have made this where I can actually see both of these in the map. Let's get a capital for the orcs. They're going to be... we'll give them a nice orange. I did make Mappa Imperium, yep. So where are they gonna settle? They want to be on the evil side or on the good side? I think maybe we start on the evil side. What do you think? Or we start on the good side, and maybe we make our way to the evil side. I think this little delta here just seems like it's just asking to be owned, lived in by orcs. So there is Orc Town. Right there. There's our symbol. Needs to be brighter than that. I'll do red. There we go. So there is our town. So we've got orcs. There's our capital. We should go ahead and name the place. Where do these orcs live? What do we call this one? Nook Stone. It's always a good name. What's a good someone give me a good orc town name. I need to have a. I do have a name for. I have a name for the faction name. Let's do the faction name, and then we'll figure out what the name of the town is. So here's our faction development. This takes us through kind of like getting a good idea who our people are. So we're gonna roll and see what our symbol is first off. So we're gonna go over 5, down 6. We've got a unicorn. Okay, I'm okay with that. We'll do a square there, and we're gonna put in. We'll get a name of ourselves in a second. We remember unicorn. And then we need a color for ourselves. What is our color? Our banner color. We're gonna over 2, down 5, which is charcoal. Excellent. We can have another color if we want. No, charcoal. Perfect. And then our theme uses the symbol and color as inspiration to create a theme that defines the faction. So we know we got a unicorn, so we know we like that magic, that slime. That's good stuff. Let's make a faction name. So it is a 4 and down 1. It is an order. Where's the red unicorn? Look on see. Granier. Undead unicorn. Even better. That's perfect. An undead unicorn. I love it. We're gonna go try to find something like we got our symbol is black, so we'll do like a gray and try to find something horse-like. I don't know if there is anything in here. Oh wait, there is. Nothing, no unicorn. Oh, there's a unicorn right there. Will it show up? No. Can I make it white? I'm gonna try to make this one. I guess we can do it like that and then make the other side, the other thing. Here, I got an idea. Let's do this square. Not like that. So we'll slap them out here. Blink. And then we'll get that unicorn. Undead unicorn, obviously. And I think if I put it black and shrink the size down. There we kind of go. That works. This works. There's a lot. There's a lot of things we can do, and we can adjust things. But in the interest of time, basically, we'll do it this way. So if they're gonna be charcoal, I think we should have like a white, and then make sure we have a nice dark background on us. Burning unicorns of the first order. Oh my! Those poor unicorns. We're gonna call ourselves burning unicorns, but that's with a burning order. Burning order is what we're gonna call ourselves. But we know how we feel about unicorns. Okay, so there's our faction. The name of our town is going to be there you go. There they are. I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from, but it works. Okay, so there is their capital city of Gugda. Very orcish. And we've got our people. Burning order. There's our faction. Now we gotta find some neighbors. So we're gonna take turns. Well, I'm gonna roll on the faction table to find my neighbors and place them anywhere. So we're gonna roll and see who is next to us. So we're gonna roll 1d6 and see who is who's out there in the swamps next to us. Let's roll. We have a magic user. There's a mad mage, a necromancer, a druid. I think maybe a necromancer is always cool. A druid, maybe there's like a druid hanging out over here. A druid wouldn't be very happy about us burning unicorns and all that, and undead unicorns. He'd be pretty mad about that. Swamp druid. I think that's what we want. So I'm gonna put in a. We'll just put the name in first. This guy will get a green name. Somebody give me a name of this fella. He can live down here. This is Swamp Druid. Oops. I'm going to pull one of these up. I'm going to do 2d6. Swamp Druid. Say. We're going with that. Not that one. Say is his name. Yeah, he lives over there. We'll give him a symbol of like an old tree. There's where he lives. He lives right there, amongst these trees over here. Our house is built in the roots of a giant mangrove tree. There we go. So there's some action already. Okay, so there is our neighbor. And early settlers. Okay, so now we're into like the very basic stuff. We want to roll twice. We're going to see what kind of settlement do we have. So this is going to be, we've got our capital, and we're finally starting to expand out. So we've got a 6. We've got a religion. We've got some sort of temple that we have built. This is what's brought us into conflict with the old druid. Is we built a temple to undead unicorns, and we're going to set it in. It's a city, shrine, temple. That's the word, right there. And this is where we do our sacrifices. You know, we're just trying to live our lives. We're not hurting anybody. But this druid, he's in there yelling at us, telling us to get off his swamp yard. We're not happy about it. So I'm going to stick with the red. We'll go kind of like down here. We got a road heading into our temple. What is the name of our temple? Oh, that's a good question. The name of our temple is Yeah, so cities and towns often grow around temples. So we've got a temple, and then people are starting to kind of mingle around. So there's a little village out here in the outskirts, in the swamp. And yeah, it's a Shrek. Are you making these up, or are these from something? Odigode is the name of the place. There we go. There is our temple. I'm gonna make this one a little bit bigger because it is the capital, like that. And I probably should expand a little more. That's probably a good scale there. So we go. So we got one, and then we got to do this again to see what our other settlement is. So we've got the religion spot down there, and we've got another one. We are very religious. That's what we do. We go around catching up, scooping up swamp unicorns, bopping them on the head. We're gonna have a second one. We could come all the way down here to this spring, because that seems like that's the place we want to be. So I'm gonna go with another symbol like that last one. But this isn't gonna be. Maybe this is where we go and do our swamp bathing or whatever. Whatever we do. Let's get a second town in here. I'll set this one up just sort of as a spot. And it's still gonna be a temple. We'll set it here at the slime water, so because that's where the slime's starting to turn in the water to go into the lake. And make it a little bigger. There we go. Oop. And let's get a path. And we'll just kind of continue through what we had along the coast here. To right there. Let's make this actually working right. Like that. Okay. And we need a name. No, it doesn't do weather. It doesn't do things like, yeah, I asked about winter draft. It doesn't do weather or like, what's the word I'm looking for? Rainfalls, erosion. It doesn't do erosion, that kind of stuff. It's just basically a drawing. It's an advanced Photoshop, not Photoshop, but Paint. Godel is the name of this place. So, there we go. Large enough for 3 fiefdoms. So far, we're just at the very early stages, and so we've got capital, we've got a few settlers that have sort of started to go out, and this is kind of where our map begins. We haven't really got to the game yet. We've got our main dudes out there, kind of like this example here. You got a capital town, you got some mines, a farmland. That's kind of how this is sort of spread out. Okay, so now we're in Age of Discovery. So this is where more things start happening. So we're going to take turns rolling on this thing. We did the shorter game. So we're rolling, where did I do it? 3 times on this one instead of the 6. 6 is sort of the standard. We'll see. We may do 6. We'll see how this goes. But we're going to roll on this thing, and this sort of random, it's a random table game where as you roll the dice, something will happen, and that's sort of how the story evolves. So we roll 3d6 and see what we get. And we got, where's my total? It's over on the side. I'm going to have to do math. There we go. Can I see that? I'm going to have to do math. 10. Look at 10, which is colonization. Your empire is growing to distant shores. Build a new coastal settlement on the same or nearby island. So I think that we hear there's some fancy shining stuff over there. So we're going to the sea. We could go to this little island over here, or we could go all the way across. I think we're going to go all the way. So let's build another town. And this is actually a proper town. We're going to set it over here at this river. Seems like a good place to put it. Somebody give me a name. Yeah, I used the home brewery is who I used to make this look like this. To get sort of that D&D look to it. Yeah, it's great. I loved it's so easy. And I was able to, like, my PDF has like links, hyperlinks throughout. So if you're like, you need to go back, it jumps you back. It's so easy to add that stuff in there. So I no longer give anytime I see a PDF that doesn't have hyperlinks like that, no excuse. It's so easy to do. So here's our coastal town is over here. The name of the town is Cans. Excellent. But it's spelled funny. Oh, that's Dogvar. Oh, these are good names though. Angus is giving me good stuff. I'm gonna take Angus's name there. These are good orc names. Do you have like a generator pulled up or something? Dogvar B. Dogvar B. There we go. So there's our expansion heading over that way. I realize I've switched from red to black. That's fine. Red and black can be kind of our colors, and gray. And there is our colony. We sort of colonize and head it over that way. Okay, that's one. We gotta do this 3 times, maybe 6. Let's do it again. And normally you take turns. So it's my turn, then it's Buddy's turn, and it's my turn again, or whoever else. We got an 8, which is bandits or pirates. Brigands have been raiding merchants and caravans. Place a new hostile camp on a trade route or bay and give them a name and banner. So I figured we got this new town. We got colonists heading out that way. What happens when you get a colony and things going that way? You got pirates. So there's definitely going to be some pirates. They're going to live on this little reef over this way. And so we're going to add in a new camp. We're going to give them a new band. We can give them a banner. We'll give them a name. We'll give them a new color as well. These guys will be. I can use white, and we'll just give them. We'll just make them all. Well, we already have black, aren't we? I'll use red and black. We'll do we'll do green, and we'll set up a little town right over here. And it's just a little piratey coast thing. And a couple of, we got this is Brim's great. We can put little buildings in there, little towers in there, all kinds of cool stuff we can do. Oh, you know what? And you know what we need? This is gonna be pirates. We gotta make sure we see that. So we gotta put in ships, tiny little boats, tiny boats. There we go, pirates. And then we need a name for this. And these are most likely they're gonna be us. They're gonna be our people. They've just decided to take up piracy. They say, you know what, colony life isn't for me, it's piracy. Schoolton. Skilton. There we go. That's not very readable, is it? What was it, green? There we go. Okay, there is Skulton, the pirates. Now we can give them this is a new faction, so we can give them, we can decide whether they are, this says name and banner, so they're probably going to be us. They're orcs that have left, they've run off, now they're running a bunch of pirates that have left us. We can give them a new banner, a new faction symbol, which would be like a different... We already got the color. We made it up myself with green. But we can do a symbol. We can do... We'll do a 6 and a 6. They get a star. That's their symbol. That's easy enough. I can do a star. We will give them a star. Well, we can give them a name. We should do that. So what is the name of these folks? I want labels, that one. They are the Ooze Raiders. There we go. Pirate Orcs. Porks. There we go. There's the Ooze Raiders. They live up there in Skilton. Okay, so now now we're on 3. No, this is 2, isn't it? We've got 14. So we got 8. We got 10, 8. This is number 3. 14 gives us neighbor expand. So the druid down here has expanded. And the swamp druid, old Say, has expanded. He's starting to gain a following. He's got little druid friends that are out swamping around. Maybe they're like living unicorns. How dare they? And so with them expanding, we add this one neighboring faction. We can either do him or we could do the pirates that have expanded. I think I like the idea of the druid expanding. So let's go get another tree that they have brought up. Let's stick another tree, like, up over this way. Can we put it over here, or maybe we need to, like... Maybe we're going to bring them over here. Like this. There we go. There's their second hut that they have got. And they're going to call this... This is Say, and this is... Say's... Followers. Say's... Say's... Circle... The Circle of Dawn. Dawnshire. That's not... That's too townsfolk-like. Circle of Say. This is his new, that's not how you spell circle. Circle. Say, and then Bay over there. Say's Folly. That's what, yes, and I'm not going to go Bay. But Say, and he's got other followers that are over there that have branched out. The Druid is branching out. So that's 3. That's short. I'm going to do one more, because I'm feeling like it. Because I like this era. So there's an 8. Which is more pirates and bandits. Sea of Say. More pirates and bandits. So we can make these guys. I think we'll just do another one. I think I'm gonna add this in and make this like a different race and everything. So let's start from the beginning and see what we can get. Sometimes you get roles that are going to be like Minor Kingdom, which wouldn't allow you to do this. That's what we're gonna do, because we got enough pirates. But there's still gonna be pirates. I'm just gonna see what race we've got. So let's roll, and we've got 7 humans, human pirates. Okay, so there's some humans that are gonna live over here. We'll give them a town. Humans can be the color of blue. So we'll put in a blue pirate town over here. The same thing. There's gonna be like, you know, they're out just hanging out. Oh, that's a good idea, though. I kind of like that. A group of rangers that work with the druid. That's good. That's kind of what the Circle of Say is. That's kind of... did I do green? Blue. And we're going to put them in... Maybe they're like a cult. There's some pirates that live over here at this shore that we sort of dug up as we came over here colonizing. They kind of live in the woods. And this is sort of their domain. And these are humans who have a symbol of 1 and a 2, a lightning bolt. Okay. What's their name? Or what's their faction? Well, not really. They're just bandits. 5-1 Federation. Well, they can call themselves whatever they want. Lightning bolt. And where's my name at? Yeah, we'll do a name this way. These guys are called Emronsi. Emronsi. I'm not going with that. Amra is their name. These are like humans, but they're like, you know, they're like crazy, living out in the woods. They're just bandits. They're out terrorizing things. People are coming over here to take a look at this shine sand shore, and they're just messing things up. I would like I don't think there's a lightning bolt in here. Maybe there is. I could probably make one if I wanted to spend some time fiddling. Look at all this stuff I've got. I downloaded some things. I think I bought some things too. There's some cool looking tornadoes. Okay, I'm taking a tornado instead of lightning bolt. Or winds, whatever this is. It's too big. There we go. That's not the right color. There's Amra. They stalk the roads, ambushing pilgrims and making them pay a toll to carry on. Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. They got to cross the bridge. It's a dangerous lands, but everyone wants to come over here and check out this This Shine Sand Shore. And if you can get there and you can say it right, then you've got it. And you've made it. We'll do one more Age of Discovery. I need 3 dice. One more. See what we get. We've got 13 gives us military expansion. Your empire is flexing its might, drawing a new military settlement nearby. So we've got ourselves, these guys are growing. We've got druids are starting to get a little antsy. We can either put a fort down there, or we put a fort over here to deal with this. And I think maybe a fort here might be more better. Although maybe one over there, just to kind of keep that druid away. That's kind of what we're more concerned about, is the druid. So we need to get another fort. That is going to be, we're going to go black. And we're going to set it in right here. I think on the delta, that's kind of close, but that's probably a good spot for it, because there's, there's people living here and trying to worship. Something like that. And we're going to name this fort. We will be clever with it and name it Fort something. Angus, we need a name. Fort something. Okay, Fort, fine. Fort Cans. We're just going to call it Cans then. Okay. Fort Knight. Cans is what we call, that's what we call the undead unicorns. They're cans. That's what we call them. One thing that's kind of bothering me is this red symbol here. So I'm going to change this over into that. Okay. There we go. $20. There we go. Whoop. Fix my sizes here. How'd that one get changed to a different one? Okay, there we go. Okay, I got a world starting to come too. Okay, I think this is a good end of Age of Discovery. We almost did a standard map. Now it's colonization time. So all the factions have started to stumble their way out into the world, beginning forming sprawling nations. In this section, we're going to discover some of the important figures vital to the development of our empire. So we're going to roll 3 times and see who we've got important here. We're not going to write. We'll just remember these names. I'm not going to write them down, but we've got some heroes of the empire, the Orc Empire. Who are these folks? We're going to roll a 3d6 and see who we get. First name of someone to remember, and that is a 9. I'm going to put that there so I don't have to add this up. Oh, you can't see it, can you? There you go. I'll do that so you can kind of see what it is. Okay, so a 9 is a military leader, of course. Of course. We've got what's his face. And this is just sort of, this is just there to create some story for your faction and some, like, well, history. So this guy, his name is Cans, of course. He has fought back. The druids and their followers started to push into our lands. They stomped in. They took out a bit. They didn't kill us, but they messed with our Odegod a little bit. But General Cans came in, pushed them back, built up a fort, and is holding the line against the druids. So we sing praises for Cans. That's why that name is named. That's why that town is named Cans. If you're using this for D&D or whatever, that's why the town is named Cans. That's why you may see a statue of some orc in town as you go walking in. Who's that guy? Cans. What'd he do? He fought back the druid. Guy number 2 is a 6, which is a poet, and this poet, what did this poet do? This poet wrote some stories, not stories, poems. Poems is what he wrote about exploring the great world and how this honorable dude went out running around Odysseus style and exploring and inspired a lot of folk who read this thing, and they ran off to go colonize and explore what's out there in the world. Dogvar Bay came in there. B. Bay. B. Dogvar is the name of the poet. Dogvar. So we've named a town after him. Oh, maybe Dogvar was the name. I don't know. Dogvar is the name of the hero in the poem that went out and explored. Dogvar Bay. Bay means port in Orc, obviously. Hero number 3. 9. Another military leader, of course. We're Orcs. So we've got probably someone out here hanging out in Dogvar who kind of commands a place, keeps the Amra at bay. He got to not only keep them at bay, he's got to keep the bandits at bay as well. And he hangs around here. His name is, what's his face? Fill in the blank. Commander Tins. Yeah, we got cans and tins. Commander Tins. lives over here. Tins, but it's not spelled like T-I-N-S. It's T-A-I-R-N-S. Tins. Okay, so now prosperity. Every empire has a distinct good, service, or profession that distinguishes it from its neighbors. Sword making, fishing, wizardry. What do we do? Roll 3d6. Let's see. What do we do as orcs? We are miners. That makes sense. We're out. Maybe it's not the mushrooms we're after. It's the sparkly bits that's out there. That makes sense. That's why. That's another. That's what that poem was about. The sparkly bits out in Shine Sand Shore. You can say that if you speak Orcish. You can't say it in human. And also in Godil. That's what we're going for. We're going for the slime water spring. We're trying to find not necessarily the slime and the water. We're looking for the source and the metals that are creating it. T-Y-N-N-S-E is tins. Yeah, or T-Y-I-N-E-S. Great. Digging a huge quarry in the sand to try to get down to the solid shine sand to use as a building material. Yeah. Good stuff. Excellent. So there is our thing. We are an empire of miners. Orc miners. That's right. We can do this multiple times if we want. That one's good enough. Okay, so now we've got an established empire, and we've got some neighbors. We've got a story. Now it's time for the Age of Empires. Cue the music. No copyright intended. This is worldwide expansion time. So this is where, if you've got a friend and you're playing this multiplayer and you've got 2 people on the same map, this is where you are now allowed to leave your map and go into theirs. So if I have in my square of my map, I've got my 2 islands. My buddy over here has 1 big island. Now, in Era 5, we are now allowed to start expanding out. So when I expand and colonize, I'm allowed to go to his page now. And vice versa. What is happening in Age of Empires? 11. Expand. Your empire is growing. Roll on the settlement table, page 9, and place a new settlement anywhere on the map. Settlement table is a D6. We have it expanded, and we now have another barracks. Frontier fort, barracks, or academy. I think we need a fort up here with old Dogvar because we got bandits. This is important stuff. We got Amra over here. We need a fort, and I think we need one right over here. And this is going to be named after our glorious general. We're just gonna name it that. We don't do fort. What's the orc name for fort? That's what we should name it. Tins. I need to be a different color though. Tins. Maybe B can be fort. It's not a fort. I realize. Do I have any different forts? Daz City. Those are both worship places. Cairns is just named after the guy, so we're just gonna name it. We're just gonna name it Tins. Bay was port, so it's gonna be Tins. Gr. Tins. Gr. Tins Fort. It's getting kind of tight in here. It's going to be right here on this spot right in... Or maybe we actually get it like right here in... I think we're going to go right in there. In there. We're going to get a symbol. Well, hold, but it's... We're making our own language here. Something like that. I did a circle before, didn't I? Maybe I do a square for a fort to kind of distinguish. It's going to be right there. Okay, here's our fort. G-R... Okay. Okay, so there was... one, which was that, our new fort. Then we need, I'm not sure what program I'm going to use. Wonder Draft is in? I don't know. Okay, number 2. We've got 11, which is expanding again. We're doing another expanding. I'm happy with that. So let's do another city. I'm kind of surprised we haven't had any, like, neighbors other than the druids. Did I do the wrong one? 11, expand, okay, yeah. Okay. 1, we've got a farm. So let's get like a farm. Let's get something over here. Somebody give me an orc name. And we're going to get ourselves a farm. Farmland here in the swamp. We'll just like put it up over here. There's some good stuff over here, I guess. Is that far enough away? Yeah, it's good. Could expand this one. I'm content with that. Mash. Okay, we need a... I forgot to get a path last time, so let's get a path going here. I should probably change those path colors. Red's a little bit much. There we go. Okay. There we go. So there is a next one. So we got to do one more. Which has given us 3, which is the king is dead. The king or leader has died without a proper heir, and now your empire is in anarchy. Split your empire into at least 3 factions, creating new names and banners for each. If you wish, you may switch your prime faction now. Okay, so everything fell apart. The king died. Everyone lost their minds. And we have now turned into 3 different factions. And so the Burning Order is roast. That's an exciting one. I never get that one. 3. So we're gonna change these colors. And so let's get a like a red faction over here. And we're gonna name these. These are gonna be, what should we name these guys? Should we just be like, should we go with Dogvar or Tins? We need a name for this faction. This is a whole different faction. We need a new symbol and all that. And I think we'll separate the capital and the farm can stay maybe, and then the this over here can switch sides. So we'll do like a yellow. For those, and maybe the fort can go as well. So now we've got 3 different factions. We've got the Burning Order now. We've got... I do this before. Oh, I did it with a symbol. That was a real exciting one. We need a... we need a red one. They're going to be black and red, and then we'll have a yellow. A yellow one. Marsh Orcs, Templar Orcs. We'll leave the Burning Order. We'll leave them as the Burning Legion. No, we can't do that. The Burning... Wilhelm Scream. The Burning Scream is all that's left of these guys. And then we've also got... This is going to be with red. Is going to be the North Orcs. Dogvar. We're just going to call him Dogvar. And then we've got the yellow ones are going to be the broken tusks. I like it. Broken tusks. Because they've broken away from the other folks. Okay, and then we can also get symbols in here, which we can roll and get those as well. But I'll tell you something funny that happened today. I was walking my dog earlier today. I'm walking my dog again. And I come across this fella. He's got his dogs out. Nice dogs. I said, chit-chat. I say, oh, what's the dog's names? He says, oh, that's Calvin, that's Klein. I said, what? Like underwear? He says, yeah, they're boxers. Broken tusks are going to have a, do we have any good, we can just have a these guys are too big. I don't think I can fit them in there. No. So we got the unicorn over there. They keep the unicorn. We got a fish. We can do an old nasty tree. Maybe the broken tusks are like friendlier with the old druid. There we go. There's the broken tusks. There's the burning screen. There's Dogvar. Okay, Dogvar a little more sea people-ish because they're hanging out around this way. Okay, that was an exciting one. That was, I don't know how many that was. We'll do another one. We've got a 6, which is a hero arrives. A powerful hero has shown up in the Empire. We got to choose which one. We got to choose who our main faction is now. This is, you may switch your prime faction now, so we can switch over to be someone else if we want. Or we can take one of these. That's really, we don't have any minor factions. Somehow we didn't get any. So we can choose as one of these. It's gonna be an orc world. So I think do we want to stick with the Burning Scream, or do we want to go up with Dogvar and be them? We got Dogvar, we got Tin. We kind of know their story. We actually know all the stories, don't we? Dogvar dogs. That's good. That's real good. That's fantastic. Dogvar dogs. Okay, because of that, we are the Dogvar dogs now. Okay, welcome to our new faction, the Dogvar dogs. So we're going to roll one more time with our new faction, which is going to be an 8, which is going to give us war. Your army is marching. Select a settlement not already owned by you and roll on the war table. Okay, so we got to figure out who we're going to go fight. So are we going to war with our old folk? Are we going to war with those pirates up there? I think we're going to war with our old folk. And so we want the capital back. We're going to go march over here and take the farmland first, though, because that's where you get them. So we're going to Nash. So we're going to page 16 of the war table. Okay, so what happens is it's a dice roll, basically, and we roll on the table and see what happens. So we're going to roll a d6. So we're the red folks. The Dogvar dogs are the attacker. And Nash, the Burning Scream, are the defender. So we're going to roll a d6, and we get a stalemate. After many losses on both sides, the attack fails. So we didn't get anywhere. Nothing happened. And so, if we go to 6, we crush them and we continue on. And so this sort of campaign of, it can go multiple times. But we got the one that actually doesn't happen. So we got the nothing happens result. That's fine. So come back up here to the Age of Empires. We'll do one more on this. And we got a 7, which is a hostile attack. A nearby hostile force has attacked. Destroy a fort or settlement and replace it with the ruin, or claim it for the nearby faction. So we came in, we tried to take Nash, we failed. I think the Burning Scream are coming back. And I think they're coming back, and oh, the Druid could come in. Okay, we gotta decide who's fighting. Is the Burning Scream attacking the Dogvar dogs? Is Amra fighting? Is Skulton fighting? Is the Druid fighting, taking advantage of this revolution going on? Does the Druid step in and take out the fort? I think the Druid's taking out the forts. Cans. I kind of like that. What's my color there? The Druid's attacking cans with walking mangrove trees. Excellent. Excellent. So, this is supposed to be mine, though. This isn't supposed to be... Ideally, I kind of That's supposed to be, I was supposed to lose something. You know what? We'll say that one just added in. We'll do one of these two. So we'll say Amra came in and took over Tins as well. I forgot. I read that. I did it wrong. You think I know my own game. Hostile attack. A nearby hostile force is attacked and destroy a fort or settlement. One of mine. Replace it with a ruin. So Tins has been taken. I think Tins is just going to be a ruin. So we're going to call this the ruins of Tins. And we'll gray it out. We will give it a different font. If we can find a good font. There we go. The ruins of Tins are right there. The shards of Tins. There we go. So our fort has fallen. Oh, the humanity. Okay, so all we have left is Dogvar. Okay, we'll do, how many, I'm lost, I've lost track. We'll do one more. What time is it? Let's do, let's move on, because we're getting near the exciting, or the end here. So we'll move on, and we'll go into the Neighbors Develop era. So between this era 5 and 6, we have this one era where every other faction. I've done 3 so far. What's the short game? Short game is 4. Okay. We'll do one more then. So at least make it where we do at least the minimum. So one more of these. And we got a 6, which is a hero arrives again. So a powerful hero has shown up in the Empire just when we need him most. What do? They draw on a statue, monument, or name a geography near your capital or the location of the event. So something has happened. The hero is here. We can build a statue for the guy out here. We can rename something. I think we've already got Dogvar, so we can like name it after Dogvar. But I don't think so. I think what happened was this is sort of an Alamo kind of thing, where Amra came in and destroyed Tins. But we're telling stories about how heroic our guy was. What a hero! Oh man, name the bay after that guy. So the name of the bay is going to be... Actually, I think I got a better one for this. We got a preset for like water. Yeah. Give me an orc name. Someone emerges from the Shinestone Tower. Even better. With the hand of what's her face. Still name of the bay. Tobak Bay. Oh, Tobak came in, saved the day. He saved many lives because Amra, they were marching toward the city, but Tobak held the line. This whole thing gets named Tobak. Tobak Bay there. There we go. Okay. There is our 4th one now. And we got a hero, Tobak. So when we go into Dogvar, we got a statue of Tobak, if Dogvar is still around. So now we go to neighbor. So what we do on this one, this is kind of a not complicated, but time-consuming one, because we got to go into each neighbor, and we roll once on this chart to see what they do. So depending on who they are, we don't really have any minor... Well, let's do... Yeah, so these are all going to be minor factions, because they've kind of broken up. So we'll start with... Not me. This is the other folks. We'll start up here at the top. So we've got a little pirate, tribe pirate bandits is right here. We're going to roll a d6 and see what happens here with Amra. Amra expands. They build a settlement. So Amra is growing, of course. They've... it makes sense. They're taking over things. So we're going to take Amra and we'll put in another little town. Maybe they're going to build here in the ruins of Tins. I think that's what's going to happen. Go and just kind of crowded over here. So I'm thinking maybe I can move them around. Let's just take over the forest. That's probably better. Take over the forest a bit more. Okay, so then we're going to call this Amra Um, what's a good word for forest? Wood. Woods. Amra. On. I don't have a name for that river. Amra on. Name. Amra's the name of the river. Amsuva is the name of the town up here. Can I copy that? Symbol. Click. Can I copy? I might be able to, but I don't know how to do it. That's not the right color. Something like that. The river named That's good. And so, yeah, as you kind of put stuff, you kind of throw these in here to kind of build out some story. There we go. Okay. There we go. So Amra, that's their thing. So now let's go over to the pirates. We got the Ooze Raiders. What are they doing? They're going to be our same one. Warpath. War! Select a neighbor. Who are they attacking? Are they attacking us? Could we die? Is it possible for us? Yeah, they're coming after us. That's fine. They want to claim Dogvar. I never lost to faction before, so this might be interesting. Let's roll and see what happens. And 4. Successful attack. Attacker wins and takes control of the settlements. So Dogvar dogs are no more. Okay. There we go. Yeah, they heard Tins fell. What do they've got left? Ooze comes in, and the bandits are now the bandies. Something like that. So they've taken Dogvar Bay and claimed it for themselves. And you know what? They just call it Dogvar. They decided, you know what? We don't have time for all these extra names on the end of our words. Let's take that. Okay, so now we're going back over here. We'll have to find a new main empire for our next round. But we've got... that one's done. We got the Burning Scream here we can go back to. And we'll see what they do. These guys, we're going to call them... These are our minor faction, so we'll see what the minor faction does. They expand, connect a road to a neighbor, and build a trade settlement on that road, or a new coastal trading port. So they can go and start trading with somebody. Maybe they become friends with the Druids. I don't see that happening. They're not going to have friends with the Broken Tusks because they just rebelled against them. They could build a port city over here, or maybe up this way, and then start trading with the bandits. Maybe they funded the bandit attack, because remember, Dogvar came in here and attacked Nash. So the Burning Scream has funded those raiders to take out Dogvar. Now they are buddies. And so we need a symbol. A black symbol, which we're going to stick right over here on the coast. Or right here in the bay, I think. Or maybe on this side. Let's get a path going to it. Like that. And we need a name. We know it's going to end in, what was it, GHE? Give me a... Well, a 4, not a 6 for Amra, so it should have been Union. Oh, did I look at something wrong again? 4, not a 6. Did I really? I was never trying to merge them into a manner. No, Oh, 4, not a 6. 4. I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. Give me a I see Ogden there. Ogden good. Ogden Sia. Ogden kind of, it fits well with what we got here. Okay, so there is them. Sorry, I'm kind of missing that. I'm trying to move a little fast so I can kind of get through the game and show it off and get to bed at a reasonable time tonight. So I might skip. I'm sorry if I'm missing things. Let's go to. We'll do the other orcs, which is a minor faction. Let's see what they do. They roll a 3, which is militarized, draw on a new fort or military settlement. So these guys have mustered some strength because, well, obviously they just lost that one. So they're gonna need a fort over here where the circle of say is. We either one here or one around here. There's also this like freaky thing going on over here. Maybe they want this around this way to try to encircle. Or we just kind of throw one. Let's throw one over here. This makes more sense to have one. I don't know, what do you think? We need a fort at all places. Fort on both sides. Let's put one. We'll stick one out here. And you guys also have a black. I should probably change their colors now. Let's do black, and I'll put like a little bit of yellow in there. I'm going to stick it right out here. Doesn't make any sense, though. Seems like it should be in here, but there's not really a lot of space. I think I want it to be... We got the road coming this way, so it should be on the road. It should be like right... I think I'm going to put it right there. I know it's like packed tight in here, but it just makes sense to have it there. It just makes sense for it to be there. Okay, and then we need another fort name of these folks down here. Brugengrad. That's the name of this fort. That there, because they need a fort there, need to protect against the druid, and they also need to protect against the burning folk up there. Okay, so that is them. We need one for... Yes, Angus, you are a hero today with the names. Thank you. We need one for the druid. So the druid is a magic user. So he's going to be up here on this one. Can you see my mouse? This one. So we're going to roll a d6 to see what he does. And he raids. Attack nearby settlements. Roll a d6. Odd, you destroy the settlement. Even, they defend. So he's coming in and he's stomping on things. Does he want to go up here to fight these guys? We want to go over here. I think he's going to come in. Let's go over here. Like, they got all defended up over there. Let's go to Godel. So they're going to go and try to take Godel. So we're going to roll. Odd, do you destroy it? Settlement destroyed. Godel is no longer around. Godel. Gray. Ruins. With them walking trees. Again. What do I use for the other one? We'll do that. There's the ruins of Godel. I think I'm going to come in. I'm going to try to come in here. Just to give a little bit of color understanding. And I'm going to do like... Put like a yellow in the middle there. I didn't really see that. Can't see that. Weird. Okay, we'll give it like a black border. Why come it doesn't work? Why did it work that one time? Matt. Oh, I know why. Ooh, I don't want to mess with that. I'm not messing with that. Okay, good enough. Okay, and then that's probably good. This is kind of ruined. We can go ahead and put like a little bit of a spot in there, wherever it once was. It's fine. And so now we know we can see who's who now a little better. Okay, so that was the druid. Is that everyone else? Is that everyone? Did I miss anybody? Them. I think it's everybody. Yeah. Okay. There's our world so far. So now we've made it into the Age of Collapse. There's all kinds of things we didn't get. We didn't get a hive. We didn't get a monster in here. Maybe we'll get something here. So final arrow. We're supposed to do 3 of these for the final arrow. So let's roll 3d6. We got to figure out who we're going to control, though. I guess we go, yeah, just a lot of warring orcs. I think we're just going to go back to the burning screen because the Dogvar dogs are dead. And, well, there's no point in being them because they're gone. And I think I want to... I wonder, how do you do... I wonder if I can do strike through. Let's just get rid of the outline. To denote that they are dead. I guess. Let's roll. So this is... We are then at the burning scream again. And we are rolling a 10. War! Not a war this time. This is a warring orc thing. Okay, some armies marching. Settlements not already owned by me, and roll on the war table. So, for these guys, we are buds, we know, with the raiders. We know we don't like the yellow folk. We don't like the druid so much either. I think we're going to go see if we can get that new fort. That Brugenvrad. So, let's roll on the war table. Click. Hi, good. 2. Failed attack. Defender fights off the attackers, maintaining control of settlements. So, nothing happened. So, we lost. Failed attack. The yellow folks took us out. Oh, yeah, we could roll and see who we take. That's okay. We were the Burning Scream to begin with. Or the Burning Order. So we're back with them now. Okay, so now we're going to do another one. That was 1. That was just a failed attack. There's a big fight going on. There's a big battlefield there. Failed. Next, we got a 7, which is refugees. People are flocking to your city. Are they fleeing war, monster attacks, disasters? Place a small village next to or expand your capital. So this place is growing. Refugees from... Well, this town got smashed. We're fighting these guys. Maybe we're taking... Maybe things aren't so good in the Broken Tusks. They've got druids. They've got walking trees. They've got freaky water. I think people are running away, and they're leaving, and they're trying to come back. Remember the days... The old days of the Burning Scream. So they're coming back. They want to rejoin us. We can either build this town out. If we were building this as piece by piece with little buildings, we could build more buildings in, but we're just going to build another town in. And we're going to put them out. I kind of want to live, probably not near the front, but maybe out, just sort of out. We'll put it on here. Out there in the marsh. Good place. Build that up. There we go. Okay, I need a name. Give me an orc name. So fast. What are you using? A site? I want to know what site you're using. Denzazu. Yeah. Excellent. Okay, there's our refugees. People are just expanding out. We need more farmland as well, so that's what's going on over there. The Tusks are a buffer state at constant war with Say. Yeah, so they're kind of they're kind of stuck. They're in a bad place. Okay, one more. Collapse. Typically things go real bad here. This is the age of collapse, so a lot of things are start kind of falling apart. 6. Piety. Religion has gained prominence in the empire. Select a deity or create a new one and place a cathedral or large temple nearby. So it makes sense. They came from Odegode, and they remember the old ways. They still have the ways of the undead unicorns, and so of course we're gonna have a giant temple in here. So let's build a dang temple, a big one. We're gonna put it in. I don't know if I should use a symbol or if I should just use one of these symbols here as a new. Let's do the skull thing that I had here. Where is that? Here it is. So we'll do another skull. It's gonna be a new temple. We want to set it. I think these folks are the ones that are probably gonna be doing it. Do we set it up? We wanted the waters. We want to be kind of near the waters if we can. Music's over. Or, what was that? Let me read it again. Such a deity. Place a cathedral or large temple nearby. Or it could be... I think it's gotta be this fellow over here, the knight fella. That's who we're gonna start that's who we're worshiping. He's taking control of this place. He's starting to get, you know, some power. It was nothing, but now it's starting to become something. They're out here. Just throwing them out there just because it's kind of out of the way, but now they're starting to get some strength. And maybe they spawned from these folks over here that have brought it in, and now they got a big temple going on over there. Okay. This is pretty much it. So we'll do one final one. Slime water spreading down into the lake. One more. And we get a 5, which is royalty. Your rulers need a place to live. Build a palace somewhere important and name this for the ruling family. I think we know where this is going. The lord of the night, the goddess of the night, Triremia Va, goddess of night, is starting to take over. Darkness is taking over this place. So we need we're the bad guys. That's what's happening here. I want land, I want this, and I want dark, and I want it's just sort of this shadow is starting to overtake the place as the darkness fella is starting to gain some control. And in the center of that, we got to have some sort of it says palace, but I think shrine might be a better word for it. We can put in a big tower. We can put in a big old castle in here. I'm going to set it right here in the middle of everything. We need a name for that palace. There's our palace. Might be better as a symbol and not like that, because everything else is kind of like that. Let me do a symbol. So this is our palace. Which sort of links everything into that palace. There we go. And our palace name. Ugnar. Goo. Okay. In the wetlands, in the swamp. Building palaces in swamp. I hear that's good stuff. There is, that's the end. Now, we can end this on like a note. A lot of this I didn't use up. It was a quick game, short game. If we'd done a longer game, more things might have gotten filled in a bit more. But over here was some excitement. And we end with like an omen. And this would be sort of like your... There's always something bad. The curtains. Oh, we could have built the shrine on the ruins of Godel. That's where we should have built it on. That's where we should have put it. Yep. Okay, mulligan. My game, I can do this. Mulligan, the ruins of Godel are no longer the ruins of Godel. How do we move this? Bam. This is Ugnar Vu now. Over there. Let me get a path. I'll leave that path in there. That's fine. And we're going around. We've encircled the yellow folk. Actually, I wanted to go like... Yeah, we'll meet up there. Old Denzazu became very important. So they've kind of been surrounded here. And they're just that little patch right there. And we've come and claimed this area over here. Let's see if I can clean this up just a little bit. So there is our palace, fortress, worship site of the Va. Swords, Va. Oh, you know what? I'm going to change the name slightly to Ugnar Va. Ugnar means palace. Palace of Va. Okay, so now we have... So now at the end of the game, this is it. We've got our map. Each player takes a moment to name one location on the map that was an important part of the Prime faction's story. Nearby forest, where a disaster struck, a grassland, decisive battle, whatever. And name it. So we can name the mountains. That wasn't really that big a deal. We should name the swamp. They're the wetlands that we are in. So let's name the wetlands. That's probably the best for... It will make the most sense, even though it's crowded. So we're going to name it... What would name our marsh? The marsh... Trenchfoot Expanse. I think Trenchfoot is a good name. Trenchfoot is the name of ours. That's just the name of the swamp. What a lovely place. Oh man, that's all good. Mibron Marshes, Trenchfoot Marshes. I like that a lot though. Okay. I'll make my mind one of these days. Glug Marshes, we're calling it. I'm not gonna be able to fit in here. I'm gonna go real small. There we go. Okay. There we go. So we got our marsh named. We should be a little bit lighter. Maybe a little more, yeah, like that. Probably a little more, what is it, this one? Yeah, like that, maybe. It kind of blends in a little better. Okay. So that is our iconic place that we get named. That'll help name the world a little bit more if you didn't get things named. How does your story end? This is it, 6.3. As the world comes to a close, what omen will bring this world to a new era? So if things are bad, this is the cataclysm that starts the next story, basically. We roll 2d6. What happens? We get 5. 5 is silence. Rumors begin to spread amongst the world's temples that something is wrong with the gods. Fill in the blank. There we go. There is Mappa Imperium. Using Wonder Draft. I think we got a pretty good story out of that. We got a very orc-centered story, but it's great. Other ways, a lot of times I've got each one of these sections has sort of a different theme, basically. So in Age of Discovery, that you start finding a bunch of minor kingdoms and pirates, and the neighbors start to grow, and you find monsters sometimes. A monster awakens, maybe. So you start finding all these new things that pop up in the world, and then they sort of start to develop. Things are going good in Era 5. Didn't go so good for us because the king died, and then things start kind of falling apart. Yeah, the Great War in Heaven. There you go. So now we got ourselves a map and a world. In what? How long did that take? Hour and a half. I've been toying around. Another reason I wanted to play this tonight is I've been toying around with an idea for another something like this. But a little more. So this is like grand scale. Make a world map. A little more focused. So like rather, I haven't got too many ideas, but so you start with your capital, your founding settlement, and very localized, more regional, and more focused, I suppose. I always like the way this one turns out. But something maybe a little more... I don't know. It would be more like the whole game would maybe be around this little area rather than a world map, you know? Which you could easily do. This I could have made this one little area, I suppose. If you had multiple people, you know, this would be one little part of the world map. Anyway, I'm just rambling. There's Wonder Draft. Fantastic map drawing thing. There's Mappa Imperium. Free. I made it. Go to itch.io and get it. It'll ask you, you want to pay money? Don't worry about it. Just download it free. And share your maps on the itch.io page. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the name help and idea help.